Um, the days actually beginning, dawning for 1st of November 2023. I have not done a live for long, but I just wanted to tell you that I'll be doing quite a number of series I have been doing on Radio R, the Agnes Live Talk Show, where I talk about life in diaspora, in German diaspora, because I'm mostly living and based in German diaspora. So I talk about topics that affect the German Africans living in German diaspora. Not about everything. I know there are other content creators who also deal with issues affecting Africans in German diaspora. So I want to invite you to get to talk with me and converse with me about issues affecting us as Africans in German diaspora. How prepared are we when we come into Germany? How prepared is in one of us when we come into European diaspora at all? And we don't prepare. I will start from the very beginning. Yes, of course, you have to go and get a visa to come to Europe. Yes, of course, you have to go to get some money for the ticket, and maybe you research a bit. But how many of us research about the areas where we are going to stay? Some of us, we just hear some foreign words and we think you can come to anywhere in Germany or in Europe and you can live there because it's supposed to be civilized and it's supposed to be open for everybody and open for any person of any color and of any wherever you come from, you're welcome anywhere. No, make your research. Try to find out how compatible you are to that area. How welcome are you as a person of color? I have had issues of people going to places and then they found out they're the only Black people and that they're not welcome in those areas. I know several areas, I'm not going to name them, but it is the duty of every African when you're moving into Germany, especially, find out which areas you are welcome as a Black person, because some people are suffered. There was a case I had of a woman. She was going on the street just taking a walk with her small baby, and an old lady came out. She was not that old. She knew exactly what she was doing. She walked behind this mother with her child and insulted her all the way. And then people would just come out and look and do nothing. They said nothing. Hmm? And imagine if this lady would have reacted, this African lady would have reacted. Imagine the feeling of humiliation. She is with her child on the way, just walking, doing nothing. She just wants to walk in peace. But there's this lady, a native lady, a German lady, walking behind her, insult the mother. Normally, as a mother, you want to protect your child from anything that could be threatening. Imagine the trauma that child had. What was their crime for being there? They just were there, and maybe they had not done a research. Maybe they met a Mzungu or a European guy somewhere outside and they fell in love and married this guy and thought, we're going to Germany. It's going to be fun. It's going to be safe. Everybody is friendly and kind and all that. And then you land in such a place because you did not do your research. And it doesn't matter where that person comes from. But at least if you have researched about the place and you know how foreigners, especially the color, we cannot hide. If it's a foreigner from another European country where the skin is not so different, most of them, no one notices how different they are. But now imagine you come with your color, everybody knows you're from Africa. Even if you're not from Africa, but you have brown skin, they still will target you if they are racist in that place. So, but if you know ahead of time, before you marry even your prince, you can talk with him and try to convince him to move to another place so that where at least people are more open, like university cities, Leipzig, Bayreuth, I think also some other, there are many cities where people are more open. Cologne is very open, Berlin is very open. Freiburg, I think. There are several places, Heidelberg, places which are open to foreigners. Try to talk with your guy, find out, ask the name of the place. Recently, I heard of a lady, she was complaining about not knowing the name of the guy and where he comes from. How do you even get to date a person? You get a baby with a person and you don't know even where that person comes from. It's our duty. We have to do due diligence. Sometimes, okay, we may not know the complete character of a person, but at least where they come from, where they have lived, so that we can do some research. It's for our own protection, for our own safety. You cannot follow a white person blindly just because you think he's white, he's safe and he's okay. Some of us have landed in prostitution, forced prostitution, because we did not do our due diligence. We did not try to find out what type of a person is this I'm following. Being white is not a license to be good. Yeah, don't be like those people who think blacks are all thieves. Like sometimes I will go in the shops and they will follow me because they have assumed in their little knowledge that every black person is a thief. So don't be like them who think every white person is a good person. Find out, have some suspicion, some critical thinking, my sisters, critical thinking, even brothers. Some of them have been blackmailed because they think, truth of that person. Please, let us not be so naive. Sometimes you follow them and then you find yourself in a village somewhere in the back of whatever. No one, they've never seen a black. Even if you go to buy bread, they're looking at you like you're from the zoo. Find, research, and try to, for your own self-preservation. Try to get into a place where you are welcomed, where at least people have seen some other black people, or where the place is a bit open to foreigners. So research, Google Maps, they can show you even to the place, even the house. Let them tell you the address of the place where they live so you can research a bit. Google is our friend these days. There's no way you can go to somewhere, even if it's in the village, most of them are in the Google Maps. Find out where that place is and try to get the name of the person. Try to know how he relates with your family. Sometimes we just get surprised what we find out here. Because we did not do our due diligence. I have lived here 25 years now, and I have seen things, I have heard things, and that sometimes is so scary. When I hear even some of our people come here and then they get locked in their houses, they're not allowed to go even shopping for bread or whatever. No, I don't want to hear stories, horror stories of my sisters or brothers coming here to suffer when they came thinking this is heaven. So it is our duty. We are intelligent people. Africans are very intelligent. We can do even CID work, detective work. So why don't we even do detective about our partners, the people we are planning to spend our lives with? Even if you're coming here for a short time to stay with that person, those 3 years can be horror for you. It can be terrible for you. It can be terror for you if you don't do enough research about the place and about the person. If someone is telling you that he's a good person, he has no contact with his family, you don't know if he has brothers or sisters, he tells you he doesn't talk to his family and all that, you have to be suspicious now. If he cannot get along with his family, who tells you that he's going to get along with you? My friends, please let us not be naive. Let us learn to be careful and very, especially when you are a mother, single mother. Single mothers have suffered a lot. You come and then you think this guy is very open to children and all that. Have you found out about his background? If you're a mother, it's your duty to protect your daughters, to protect even your sons. Some of us will think it's only girls who are in danger. No, we need to learn what type of a person is this. Has he been ever in jail? Has he ever had conflict with the law? Why is he so friendly to my children? I need to know. Not everyone who is friendly to your children is a savior. We have that mentality that when some people from the West come and they're showing friendliness, they've come with sweets and all that, they're all good people and they mean it well with our children. My friends, you can sometimes get surprised. Some of them will come here and start molesting your children. Be very careful, be very vigilant. Don't trust people just because of a person you're dealing with. Even if he came from the moon, try to find a way to find more information about that person in the moon, where he came from. That is where they know the story of that person. If you can even call the authorities, find out. Let us not be so naive and we land in troubles because we want to be in these foreign countries thinking it's heaven. Sometimes even our own countries are more heaven than the hell. Before you even die, you land in hell because you refuse to find out, because you refuse to research. My people, let us open our eyes like this. Kunu, we open our eyes. Open your eyes. God gave you a brain. Use it. Let us use our brains. My friend, I will stop here. Next time. Bye-bye.